In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this cornbread only using the microwave. And I don't do Jiffy mix, but I am going to show you the ingredients that I do use. So I already have my batter in the pan, and we're going to place it in the microwave now. The nice part about this recipe is that it works in those situations when you need a last minute side and you're not trying to wait 30 to 40 minutes. It also works in those situations when you don't have access to an oven. So I'm just going to warm the cornbread on high for around 5 minutes. Another nice thing about this recipe is that it's kid friendly, as you don't have to worry about your kids making the mess in the oven, and you also don't have to worry about your kids burning themselves up trying to use the oven. And then once it's done, you're just going to carefully remove the pan from the oven, as it will be hot. And you will want to double check the cornbread to ensure that it's done, and we're going to do that with the old-fashioned toothpick test. So once you stick the toothpick in, you want it to come out mostly clean. If there are a few crumbs sticking to it, that's fine. That indicates that the cornbread is moist inside. In the event when you pull out the toothpick, you see batter sticking to the toothpick, you're going to want to place the cornbread back in the microwave and cook it for an additional 1 to 2 minutes or until the toothpick comes out clean. And I just cut out a slice of the cornbread here so you can see how moist and tender it is. It looks almost as good as if it came out of the oven. So for the ingredients, I used 1 cup of self-rising cornmeal as well as 1 cup of self-rising flour. The nice part about the self-rising cornmeal and flour is that they contain leavening agents as well as salt. So you don't have to worry about adding baking powder, baking soda, and salt to this. And you're just going to whisk the ingredients together until they're combined. And then after that, you're going to move on to the wet ingredients. I have 1 1/2 cups of buttermilk. And with the acid in the buttermilk, it helps to break down the gluten in the cornbread, which prevents it from becoming dry and dense as it cooks in the microwave. You're also going to add 1/3 cups of honey. Now, the nice part about the honey is that it's made up of 20% water, so it contributes moisture to the cornbread, but also because of its sticky nature, it acts as a binder for all of the ingredients. So using both honey and buttermilk alleviate the need for eggs and butter in the recipe. One more thing I will note is that microwave cornbread will not have the same brown and crispy texture as oven cornbread. The reason why is that ovens use a dry heat to cook cornbread, and that dry heat is what helps to cause the reaction for browning and crispiness of the cornbread. Microwaves don't heat the same as they don't use a dry heat, so you won't see the same reaction in the microwave. And for that reason, greasing the pan is optional. However, what I do recommend is placing a sheet of parchment paper at the bottom to prevent sticking. So that being said, once the ingredients are combined, you're going to transfer the batter to a microwave-safe 9x9 baking dish. And then once it's done in the microwave, you will allow it to rest for 15 minutes and it is ready to serve. And for more recipes, like, share, and subscribe. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.